Hi, everyone. My name is Ronald Denisio, and I'm a 7th grade social studies teacher. I wanted to take the time to talk about how to utilize student breakout rooms to have students collaborate and work together, reading a shared text, as well as review the text rendering protocol that will be helpful for facilitating those student groups. For the purpose of this video, I will refer to Unit 2, Day 8, the First Nations Choose Sides lesson, but the strategies discussed can be used for lots of different lessons in our curriculum. One of the challenges I am having in synchronous sessions is thinking about how to implement activities from our curriculum that are student-centered. In the physical classroom, it is a lot easier to set up learning partnerships and have students work together on a shared document. In the virtual setting, I sometimes find it difficult to create space for every voice to be heard, but I have been finding that I can engage more students in an activity if I ask them to work together in breakout rooms. Asking students to work collaboratively also allows students to use each other's resources and work together when analyzing challenging sources. I'll also go over the text rendering protocol that I believe is really helpful in facilitating these student groups in breakout rooms. Prior to starting the activity, I just wanted to stress the importance of this slide shown here and make sure to preface to students the difficulty of learning about the mistreatment of Native Americans throughout history, acknowledging that they may encounter terms in this lesson that we know are not appropriate, but unfortunately are representative of words using during the time period, and then to also hold space for students to express their discomfort and feelings of anger or distress that may come up when learning about topics throughout history. In this lesson, students will explain the choices made by groups in New York during the Revolutionary War by analyzing primary and secondary sources. In the main activity, we are asking students to analyze a text and record considerations, reasoning, and goals during the Revolution based on the text that they read. Students will be asked to record their thoughts, any words that resonate with them, and any new insights about the document. It may be helpful to model how to record thoughts, words that resonate with you, and any new insights about the document with the model text that is in this lesson. One of the synchronous strategies that I've had success with teaching this lesson is utilizing breakout rooms on Zoom or Google Meet to increase collaboration. Depending on the size of your virtual classroom, students can work together in groups of 4 or 5 and analyze one of the sources in the text set. You can assign student groups to read one of the 3 texts available in this lesson, and students can teach each other what they learned during the wrap-up. Additionally, you may find it beneficial to offer choice for your students and ask them to choose the text that they want to read. We also have the mutual invitation protocol, where if you set up your room to have one volunteer to be the reporter to share out their findings to the class during the wrap-up, the reporter will share their idea first, and after that person shares, they will welcome another person into the conversation using their first name. Then that person will invite another person to the conversation using their first name. And you would use this mutual invitation protocol until everyone shares out. I found that this is really helpful for students that may be a little bit hesitant to talk in a breakout room. If one of their classmates invites them into the conversation, we've had a lot of success in increasing collaboration that way. Additionally, the text rendering protocol can be beneficial if you want to add more roles and responsibilities to your student groups. The text rendering protocol might take a little more time to set up, but from my experience, it is a great way to increase student collaboration and learning. You can find the text rendering protocol in the original Passport to Social Studies lesson on page 116 of the Grade 7 Unit 2 Passport to Social Studies curriculum guide. Here is the text rendering strategy. The purpose is to collaboratively construct meaning, clarify, and expand thinking about a text or document. You'll need some roles to assign, including a facilitator to guide the process, as well as a scribe to track the phrases and words that are shared. The setup, students will independently review the document and mark the sentence, the phrase, and the word that you think are particularly important for the work. And then it also might be helpful to model the following steps and each round with a student group in front of everyone before sending students off in their breakout rooms to work on their own. You'll follow the 5 steps that are listed here. In the first round, each person shares a sentence from the document that they think is particularly significant. In the second round, each person will share a phrase. The third round, each person will share a word that is particularly significant. And in each round, the scribe will record the word on either a shared Google Doc or in their notebook to share out when we get back into the main room after breakout rooms. The group then discusses what they heard and what it says about the First Nations' considerations, reasoning, and goals during the revolution. And then finally, the group shares the words that emerge and any new insights about the document that they read. Finally, student groups can take the time to share their findings with the class. Groups can start by summarizing the text they read, as well as the considerations, reasoning, and goals during the revolution. As students share out, feel free to record observations yourself, or you can even ask students to record the class's findings on a shared Google slide or document. Based on student presentations as well as their individual responses to the Check for Understanding question, you will have a better understanding if students met the day's objective. So, just to recap, the synchronous strategies that we went over today, including utilizing breakout rooms in Zoom or Google Meet, and using the text rendering protocol, not only work for Unit 2, Day 8, but lots of different lessons in the Passport to Social Studies curriculum. Feel free to give these strategies a try.